Hello everyone, so this is Ronnie again. In 2019, we're just coming to the end of soon, was definitely the year of the ex-vegan. My chair's moving round, 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 round. The year that people ex went away from the vegan diet towards this ex-vegan diet, whatever that means. 2020 is the year that we'll find a lot of people coming back to a vegan diet, plant-based diet, or basically a plant-based diet. Like maybe they'll still eat meat, but not a lot, or not anywhere near as much as they have been. And the reason I can predict that with almost absolute certainty is that human beings are basically the same all over the world, and we have this ego that drives us to think that everyone's so different to each other. We've all got something different about us. We have different feelings and desires and needs, but human beings are really very similar. And when it comes to a diet, there are many diets out there. There are many different types of food. I'm not sure, there's something happening in the background. Sorry. Um, but but even within that, we're very similar. We can predict certain things. You know, when I'm at the fruit festival, we can predict what foods to order more of because people go towards them more. If we have a buffet, a salad buffet, and let's say there's a big pile of cabbages for some reason, no one's taking a cabbage. If we have a big thing of guacamole, people are piling on the guacamole, right? It's just sort of human nature. If we have those little cinnamon bun things, people are going to have those more than they have just a simple banana. You know, people like the more concentrated flavour or whatever. People are going to go towards certain juicy fruits more than the more dense fruits. People will go towards the tropical fruits that they've never had over apples, you know. So we can predictably see these patterns in people. Human beings are quite similar in many, many ways. That's a good thing. We shouldn't see that as a bad thing. We have a similar kind of humanity. And you might think, how do you know what people will do, and how do you know? It's just human nature. It's just understanding human nature, and I really understand quite well human nature within diet. That's why when I hear people talk about the raw diet, I can hear them say certain things, and I'm like, nah, that's not right. They're not doing that. That's not exactly how they're doing this. I just know it. It's experience. You know, it's experience gained through meeting so many people, trying it out myself, obviously having a lot of experience with it, talking to a lot of people. The same patterns come up again and again and again. You know, the same things. And I know what it means when someone says, I'm mostly raw and I sometimes have steamed vegetables. That doesn't mean that they're mostly raw and they sometimes have steamed vegetables. That means they eat cooked food every single day, probably mostly cooked food, and they have some raw food. Sometimes they go raw now and again. So there's different things like that. But all these people that have went towards carnivore, it's not going to work. It's not going to work for any human being. And most likely they'll go back to a plant-based diet because you just can't continue to feel like that. You know, and I feel sorry for the people doing the carnivore, keto, all that diet. I truly feel sorry for you because you are, I don't know. It's like having a car. It's like having a Porsche or whatever, some kind of great car, and just putting it like junk material in it, and it just kind of putters along. You never really get that real feeling of performance, that high performance. So we're guaranteed we're going to see people coming back to vegan, plant-based. There was already we already saw this with, what's his name? I don't know if he's still doing it now. What's he called? Some of you are already saying his name. Vegetable Police. Vegetable Police did the carnivore diet fairly strictly. He's pretty strict in what he does, as far as he shows you. I don't really follow his videos a lot, but I know he was carnivore. He went back to vegan now. I don't know if he's still vegan now. Maybe he's not. I think he did raw vegan a little bit. But we already saw him flipping back. We're going to see more people coming back to it because people are getting some temporary feelings, different feelings from eating a carnivore diet. There's reasons for that, but overall, it's going to really deplete people's health in a number of different ways. When your bloodstream is so full of fat that your blood is slowing down, that is so noticeable and obvious. And this is why a lot of people intermittent fast when they do these diets, because they need that amount of time for their blood. They need their blood to be clear of fat. So they need like 4, 5, 6, 16 hours for the blood to clear, so that they can actually wake up and feel like, my blood's flowing, you know. The blood is actually flowing rather than, even when I was eating meat back in the day, I remember you made a steak and then you sat on the couch for like a couple of hours. That's what eating meat is. It's a food that drains you of energy. It's hard to digest. You have to create a lot of stomach acid. Creates a lot of acidicness in you. Very scientific term, but heartburn, acidity, and all that. Bad for your digestion. Doesn't have any fiber in it, so it increases like constipation and stuff like that. Doesn't have any sugar in it, so it's ultimately not satisfying. It's not going to work for anyone. This is something that we know for absolute sure. This isn't a guess. This isn't a guess. You can make a bet on it that most of these people will either reduce their meat consumption completely, if not go completely back to veganism. And I, for one, doesn't matter to me either way. I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing. I've been on this dietary journey so long. I understand some of you just starting off, but I've been on these different stages. I never did a full keto diet or carnivore diet because I remember even back then it didn't make sense to me to cut out fruits. Why would you cut out fruit, like the healthiest foods, fruits and vegetables? So I never did any of those things. But I did cut out sugar years ago, and so I understand that mindset of like sugar's the devil and all that. I get that. And I cut out coffee, which a lot of carnivore people don't. But it ain't gonna work. What's gonna work is your species-specific diet, which is a phrase from anthropology, I guess, but Doug Graham talks about it a lot. The species-specific diet. Now, the raw vegan diet comes with challenges. It takes time to adapt to and learn. That's why I suggest to go to events, the festival I put on, or events that other people put on, if you're serious about it. If you're serious about learning about it. It is a tough thing to learn because you've went through an entire life of learning to eat in a completely different way. So, but that's my prediction for 2020. We'll see a lot of people coming back. I don't even know how they're going to deal with that. It's going to be very strange, and I don't know how vegans are going to deal with it because there's different types of vegans. There's the health, plant-based people. I'm like a fruitarian raw vegan, which is slightly different to plant-based. And there's people who are vegan for the animals solely, and the animal rights issue, and the political issue of it, and the environmental part of it. Those people are not going to be all that welcoming. I don't think, because for them veganism is never about that. So it'll be kind of interesting to see. It'll be a bit weird. Some people have like Rawvana, for example. So she took down all her Rawvana stuff. I think he had 2 million followers as Rawvana on Instagram. She took it all away. I think maybe she can put it back up if she likes, but I don't know what she's doing now. Elise, these are all people that made their name through the raw vegan movement. Like, it shows you the power of raw veganism to change people's lives, and then they change their life in such a dramatic way, and then they just throw it away, because they want to get bigger and bigger, embrace more people and be open to more people and all that stuff. But it's funny, we see this again. It's something now that I think about more and more like who are the next people that are going to blow up. Like whenever I'm at the festival, sometimes I'm thinking, I wonder if some of these people are going to start doing like the social media thing and really take it to the next level. And not many people do that, but there's a potential to do that, right? But they're like, will she come back? Will she do Rawvana again? I don't know. Will all these people come back to Raw? Who knows? I think the real problem with a lot of these people is they experience the highest level of health on a raw vegan diet and could never recapture that again on a cooked vegan diet. But they didn't want to go back to raw because they're addicted to cooked food now. They're trying to find a way to make that all work. And you're never gonna, you can't taste the top of the mountain and then go back down and not and think you're gonna feel that again. You have to accept that you're not gonna feel as good. So we'll see all these guys back. Danny, Calisthenics guy, Tim Sheaf, Rawvana, Elise, Megan, like they're all gonna come back one by one. They're just trying out a little thing they're doing right now, and we'll most likely see them back. I suspect, because I can't see what they're doing leading them. I don't even see many of them talk about it. Is it just me? I'm not seeing many of them speak about it much. So anyway, thank you for watching the video. If you want to support the channel, you can share it or subscribe to the videos and stuff, and leave comments below. Thanks for watching. I'm getting quite a lot of comments now. I really appreciate it, and appreciate that people are liking what I'm putting out. And I hope I can continue to give you some good stuff. I mean, I just enjoy this lifestyle, the raw vegan thing, and I'm happy to share it and try and make it easier for some of you, or make it something that you can actually do. So thank you for watching. We'll see you in another video. Comment below and have a good day.